What's up, guys? Welcome back to Crime Time with Jess. This is going to be a quick live stream. I do have to go pick up my daughter in about 20 minutes. So quickly, we're going to do an update on Miss Gypsy Rose Blanchard. In case you guys don't know, I'm sure you do. I'm sure you've seen it. She separated from her husband. She went out with Ken Erker, her ex-fiance. Her and Ryan Anderson have been married since 2022. So I think it was like a year and a half. Now, she filed for divorce from him on March 25th. She put that as their separation date. 2 days later, we saw her with her ex getting matching tattoos and all of that crazy nonsense. So she officially filed for divorce from Ryan on April 8th. Okay? So today is the 12th. She has now, yesterday, she filed for a temporary restraining order against him, against her estranged husband, Ryan Anderson. And I'm getting this from People Magazine. They're saying attorneys for Blanchard filed the restraining order in the 17th Judicial District Court in the parish of La Forche. I think I'm pronouncing that right. On April 8th, People confirmed Blanchard filed for divorce from Anderson, a Louisiana special education teacher. Now, per the documents, Blanchard is also requesting Anderson to pay interim and long-term spousal support because Blanchard is in need and defendant has ability to pay, and she is not at fault for the dissolution of marriage. This is insane. How on earth do you get out of jail 3 months and you're already left your husband, you're already back with your ex, getting matching tattoos, then you have the audacity to go file for divorce? I mean, excuse me. And then on top of it, ask for spousal support? Like, what? This woman is crazy. Okay? It makes no sense of what in the world is going on here. I don't know why she thinks she is entitled to spousal support, but her thing is, well, Ryan, this is the word on the street with Gypsy Rose Blanchard, okay, that apparently she was telling her family and friends that Ryan got loud with her and yelled at her while she was in the bathroom for an extended period of time. There's a ton of speculation that she was texting and talking to Ken Erker, her ex-fiance, who she's now with. So Ryan apparently got upset. He knew that she was in the bathroom doing this. I guess he yelled at her, raised his voice to her. And this is just the word on the street, that she called her parole officer and said, I am in fear. He's a big guy. Now, he didn't do anything to her. Okay, he didn't hurt her in any way. He raised her voice because, again, she was like cheating on him in their house. I don't know anybody that probably wouldn't raise their voice over that, but she, once again, just acted like this was the biggest thing ever and needed her parole officer to come get her out of the house and whisk her away to her parents' house. So the audacity of this woman to be cheating on her husband and then file a restraining order against him and also ask for him to pay long-term spousal support. If we get into this, I mean, the amount of money that she has been making since getting out of jail is ridiculous. I mean, you have to remember that she is filming a docuseries, reality show, whatever you want to call it, with Lifetime. So, you know, she's making a lot of money from that. She had the book deal. She had 8 million followers on Instagram. She's made a lot of money. They're estimating that she's worth around 2-3 million at this point. Okay. I guess if you hire someone or manipulate someone into killing your mom, you could just make a lot of money because she has. So it's audacious. If you don't know what that word means, Google it. But it's completely audacious that she is asking this man for spousal support because he lost his job due to being with Gypsy. Now his fault because he's a special needs teacher. Nobody told you to go date a murderer and marry her in jail. You did that. But he did lose his job from that. She's aware of that. So, you have to say when she got out of jail, Ryan was there. He talked about having to take her around and get her a license and take her to see her parole officer. There's a lot of stuff when people get out of jail. You don't just get out of jail like she did paroled and just go and live a free life. There's a lot of checking in. There's a lot of things that go along with that. And by all accounts, he was helping her. My opinion, you could tell from day one just by looking at her, she was not attracted to this man. She was attracted to other things about him, how he could help her, but she wasn't attracted to him. This guy, Ken Erker, in my opinion, is who she is actually physically attracted to and wants. And I'm sure they've knocked some boots, even though she's lying and saying that they're not together, bull crap. But she has big kahunas for trying to get a restraining order against Ryan. I mean, again, what has this man done to you? What did he do to you? He didn't hit you? He raised his voice to you because you were cheating on him? You're getting a restraining order now. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I don't know if he's trying to contact her or whatever, because she did abandon him and their little dog Pixie, which, by the way, that's not even the first animal that she's named Pixie. I think this is like the third dog that she's had that she's named Pixie. But either way, she abandons them and then gets a restraining order against him. What I think this is she's trying to do the whole victim. I mean, this is what she's good at. This is what she's played. This is what she knows. And so, now she's Ryan's victim. Ryan just did something so terrible. He yelled at her, so now she's going to be the victim. I'm getting this restraining order. I want money from you because it's your fault for raising your voice to me that now we have to get a divorce. This is what she's doing. And it's just absolutely absurd. It truly is. I hope that she loses that because that man don't owe her anything. Okay. If anything, I think he's probably going to get some money out of her. So it's, you have Ken Erker's mom still lying to People magazine, and she's still saying they are not back together. This is Ken Erker's mom. She said they're very cool. They're so cool they got matching tattoos. Imagine being that cool with your ex-fiance. You get matching tattoos. But she said they're very cool. Ken is just being a supportive friend to her, and that's it. Ma'am, come on. But Ken Erker's mom went on to say, I think she's a sweet girl. I think she's made her mistakes, and she's trying to learn from them like everyone else. And I care a lot for Gypsy. I want to see good things happen for her. Well, hey, Lily, I don't know how you have good things happen to you when you're just constantly doing bad things to other people. Let's just be honest. Up and dipping on your husband, your dog, all of that, and then simultaneously playing the victim and trying to get money out of him. I swear, I keep calling Gypsy Rose Blanchard and the entire story like America's Longest Con because I feel like that's what we've been watching. So Lily is saying Gypsy and Ryan are both beyond ridiculous and money hungry, in my opinion. Listen, I agree with you because I was not really impressed with Ryan saying, oh, just watch the Lifetime docuseries and you'll get to see what happens. You're plugging this, but he's getting paid from it too. So I guess that's why he's doing it. I look at him as a giant opportunist. I look at her as just a straight con artist. So that's how I view them both. But in the grand scheme of it, it's still pretty ridiculous that she's trying to get a restraining order and play the victim role. Again, she's so good at this. She is good at it. You have to admit that. You don't get paroled from jail after you planned your mom's murder for a year at 23 years old. And they parole you, after like 7-8 years. And she's out now. The guy that she manipulated into killing her mother is doing life with no parole. So, she's just good at being a victim. I mean, I don't know if you guys watched all the court proceedings and all that. I did. And they asked her in court. I remember this one specific part where they asked her in court, what did you get out of being in a wheelchair? And she said, I don't know. I don't know. They asked her the same thing like a couple minutes later. Like, well, what did you and your mom get out of this? And she says, attention, money. Yeah, I mean, she became a part of the grift. I do think that her mother taught her how to make money off faking illnesses. I don't know, like, how much Munchausen by proxy Dee Dee Blanchard had. I feel like that's up in the air for me. I feel like she did do some things, but she taught Gypsy the grift, and I feel like Gypsy became maybe an abused child into a participant, into a perpetrator. So in a weird way, I saw someone comment in a comment section and say, Dee Dee Blanchard, like, basically raised her own murderer. And I thought that was a pretty stunning, like, comment because it's true in a really crazy way, Like, she created her own murderer. So, but either way, that is the update. Gypsy Rose Blanchard is filing a restraining order again, or has filed a restraining order against her husband, Ryan, and is asking for short-term and long-term spousal support, which I think I've seen a lot of people in comment sections, I think they're a little confused that they've only been together for 3 months, like since she got out of jail. No. They've been married for like a year and a half. That's still a very short period of time. I'm not a lawyer, but I just know that asking for spousal support after a year and a half of marriage, I don't think you're very likely to be granted that. I think what she's trying to do is not allow him to make any money off of her reality show or docuseries, whatever you want to call it, on Lifetime. I think she's trying to get that money because she did say that she wasn't giving him any spousal support. And when she was asked why, she said because he doesn't deserve it. He didn't earn it. Like, excuse me, you don't deserve it either. Correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't it illegal to make money off of a murder that you helped orchestrate or commit? How is this happening for her? Like, I really thought that was illegal to do because she was convicted. I mean, she's not on parole, so she was convicted. It's not like she was acquitted like OJ and then went and wrote this book like he did. I always thought that it was illegal. I'm gonna have to look into that or ask somebody with some legal knowledge because I'm curious to that. How she's making all this money off her mother's death, and I don't think that's really right. But again, Gypsy Rose, victim, perpetual victim. Now she's a victim of Ryan Anderson. So, and she wants her last name back. So she asked for her last name back, which if I were him, I'd just be like, here, take it. I want my half of the money. Goodbye. Have a great life with your husky tattoos. So, but that's my update. I got to go, guys. I got to go pick up my daughter. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now.